immediately after your last game, and whether you really want to get the boots back on again or not?
Oh no, certainly didn't want to get the boots back on again. I was well and truly done in terms of mentally and physically, but I don't really remember the last 20 minutes of that preliminary final. We were well and truly beaten. And all I remember is I was playing on Sam Fisher, and he sort of said to me, "Why don't you just go up the ground and get a kick?" I was sitting deep in the and I said, "Well, why don't, next time the ball comes down, why don't you just zone off me a little bit? Let me kick it off." So that's the last thing I remember about playing the game. What's that, sorry?
With all those years stay with you or mean a lot to you now?
I don't think you ever lose sight of, you remember a fair bit about your career. It means a lot to you, it means a lot to the club, it means a lot to your family as well. So you certainly cherish, we're pretty lucky to do what we love for so long, so you certainly cherish it.
Well, thank you as a supporter for everything.
In '97, you won the first final to take you straight through to a preliminary final. That must have been really exciting for the club.
It was similar to West Coast this year, because '96 we finished 15th on the ladder. Yeah. So in '97 to make a prelim was a big effort from everyone involved in the footy club. Yeah. It was the following year we thought we were probably even more of a chance to probably take it out, because going into a second one in a row, but we hit an Andrew McLeod and an Adelaide Footy Club that was just on fire at the time. So,
but would have been exciting to win that game like that.
Oh, win that first final, more so coming from where we did in 15th to get into a first final, win it and go straight to a prelim. We sort of had to pinch ourselves that it was actually happening.
What do you rue more, those 90s prelims or the ones?
Oh no, they're all the same. They really are. Yeah, like we were close in '97, '98, no chance, and then the last 3 years we had our chances to make it.
So it's just on the preliminaries. Did losing 99 drive your club to go there?
He's only got 1 point to make. So.
Yeah, I was actually an emergency for that game, but
so if you had a fight, it would have been.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't have Bird, we didn't have Lucas. Sheeks always makes that comment, uses that excuse, but yeah, absolutely. I think the boys, we actually played in the VFL Grand Final that year, and I think it was about half a dozen guys that played in that Grand Final then were able to play in the 2000 Premiership side. So it certainly set the foundations for 2000 and made us a stronger unit. Yeah.
Just quickly, if anybody thinks how hard, or the guys in terms of remuneration or anything, I've known Brad for a long time, and I'm sure Brad won't mind me bringing this up. In terms of commitment, that what it takes to be an AFL footballer. Does everyone remember the brawl against West Coast like 16, 17 years ago? Well, Brad actually flew back from Perth that night and was on the school bus at 7 o'clock the next morning. So he played a game of footy, flew back from Perth. So if anyone wants to talk about commitment or dedication to that was one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen personally from a bloke that at 7 o'clock next morning was ready to go to school.
I was still shitting myself from the fight.
Obviously, it says that West Coast are easy based on.
Just a question to Commissioner. With Kevin Sheedy being the new coach of Great Western Sydney, how do you think they'll go next year? How do you think Kevin Sheedy is? How do you think Kevin Sheedy is?
I was actually at with him last night. Actually, I think he's pretty happy about finishing last for the next couple of years. So yeah, look, I think they'll struggle. They're a new club in the thing, but you'll probably find that Sheeds probably won't be the coach. I think it's going to be Choco. Mike Williams, but
will they beat Port Adelaide?
We've just got a question from one of our younger brigade. It's great to see the younger fraternity,
was that on the bar?
Did you want to ask the guys a question?
Yes.
No pressure.
Do you remember the game where Collingwood versus Bulldogs, the hot dog and cold pies game?
Oh, hot dog.
On the banner was
Yeah.
Hot dogs,
Hot dogs and cold pies.
Oh, was it?
Kick your ass.
Oh. This is Blake, everyone, so make sure you get around. He's an absolute superstar. He's got his binoculars ready. He loves Dane Swan, don't you, mate?
Who doesn't?
All right, do we have a couple more before we